Welcome to the do's and don'ts of Salmon Run. We'll be going over some quick tips to make all of our shifts go a little smoother. So, let's get to work. The dappled dualies. Let's start with the do's. Ink the ground as much as possible. This weapon has the most reliable inking and efficiency, so keep the workspace clear in between fights. Use the dodge roll to increase damage. The damage done will increase by almost 150 damage per second. Don't over-rely on the dodge roll to escape from danger. You only have 2 until a cooldown is incurred between being able to dodge roll again. On top of that, these dualies have the shortest roll distance. Don't overestimate your range. These weapons can do a lot of damage, but their drawback is their lack of range. If you feel like you're too far away, get a little closer before firing. You'll waste time and ink if you start firing too soon. Practice in the test range before you start a shift. The carbon roller. Do use the roller to splat small fries, chums during glow fly waves, and to run into goldies during goldie seeking. The small fries and chums during that wave will get splatted instantly. If you stand in front of the goldie during goldie seeking, you'll be knocked back, but you will still be able to hit the goldie many times. Use your different swings for the right situation. The horizontal swing will be the most used with this roller. This can clear wide areas of enemies and anything at close range. The vertical swing is weaker than the other rollers, but it can still do considerable damage to enemies in a line and can be used for extra range. Don't get surrounded on the shore. This weapon can be used to collect eggs near the water, but with its slow attack speed, enemies like Quahawks can quickly overwhelm you if they're coming from multiple directions. Don't run out of ink. This roller is quite efficient, but like all rollers, it can spell disaster as soon as your ink tank runs dry. If you start to get low, take 2 seconds to swim in your ink and recharge. You can reposition yourself so that enemies are in the same direction while you're doing it. With the Splattershot Pro, do attack bosses and lesser salmonids that other players are shooting at. Its consistent fire rate can help to finish a boss that the carbon roller engages. It can attack at a distance alongside the Hydra Splatling, and it can reach the places that the dappled dualies can't. Prioritize static bosses like flyfish, stingers, fish sticks, and big shots. The range of this weapon means that it can get close enough to these bosses without having to get too close. This keeps the Hydra from straying too far from the center of the map, and the roller and dualies won't have to go all the way to the edge of the water. Don't fight lesser salmonids at close range. This is not to be confused with don't fight them at all. This weapon is very capable, but the low fire rate means that if you don't start firing early, they'll close the gap before they're splatted. Don't be afraid to use splat bombs. One well-placed splat bomb can do as much damage to lesser salmonids or more than firing the weapon for the same amount of ink. A large group of enemies can be greatly weakened or defeated with just one splat bomb. For the Hydra Splatling, do stay near the egg basket. This will be the safest place when using this weapon. It has very long range, so it can still be doing lots of damage without having to be in a risky position. Backpedal to give yourself charging time. If enemies are closing in, stay calm and start charging. The longer you charge, the better your chances of survival are. Even without a full charge, hordes of lesser salmonids can be dispatched quickly. Don't collect eggs near the water without a clear path there and back. This isn't the type of weapon that can quickly get out of a hairy situation. It has high damage, but only after a slow charge time. Don't charge for too little time. It can be hectic and frantic, but don't panic. Tapping the fire button will only waste time. Even charging the splatling for a short time can be the difference between survival and being fish food. On the spawning grounds, do use a special on high tide to hit bosses far away on the metal grates. A lot of time is wasted walking there, and you're taking a chance of not being able to easily come back. Use bombs to revive faraway crew members. The spawning grounds is a large map, especially on normal tide. The ink used to throw the bomb will be worth the time saved. Don't spend too much time near the water during normal tide. This is true for any stage, but with the limited visibility from any salmonid spawn, you'll be unaware of what's happening elsewhere on the map. Don't let bosses build up in the center of the map on normal and high tide. This area is a crucial part of the map to cross. If there are too many bosses in the center, you'll get separated from your crew members and possibly have a shift wipe. And that's all for today. Revive your crew members as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, good luck, and good fishing!